Hey, we're back. But you know what? For Black Clover. Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, I know, guys. You know, you guys have asked for us. You guys have DM me. You guys asked, hey, was Black Clover kind of coming back? Hey, and we're back here for this. So you know what? Let's have a conversation about it. Let's have discussion. A passionate one, maybe. That might happen as well. But let's join in the conversation. Comment down below. Like the video. Subscribe. And get that us to 10K of this year. And let's start the show. Let's hear the intro. Welcome, Anime Lily fans. How you guys doing? LegendDVash as always, the JBXclusive from Careful Spoilers, and down below is a future Tifa cosplayer, and here to talk about Black Clover chapter 276, 277, 278, and 279, which was the best chapter in a while that we have gotten. But we're here to talk about Black Clover, the manga series. How you guys doing?
Good. I'm glad that we finally. I mean, look, this is not me saying that Black Clover has been bad. It has not been substantial enough for us to, like, I don't know, want to do an episode, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Now go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, me. I was gonna say I agree with what Ray said, because we just don't want to do a 12-minute video so just talk about so power up, he's Phil on mana or anything like that, or Jack the Ripper, who we don't really connect with him a lot, but we like him. But then we just see a random flashback story about his father getting killed by a bear way that he slash up, and we just don't want to feel like that. We want to be passionate about content that we could give you guys and actually really deliver and have you guys be entertained about, right, James?
Yeah, like Vash said, like I don't want to get on camera and just talk about, oh yeah, had a new power up. See you next week. You know what I mean? Like, we want to actually have stuff to talk about. So there's actually things for us to talk about in these last 4 chapters. And I'm pretty satisfied with what's going on. Like, maybe not the pacing, but I'm really satisfied with where this is going. Like, I'm very curious to see like what it's going to be like now that the underworld has officially opened. I want to know what that's going to be like. But let's start off with what happened in 276. We have Yuno versus Xeno, and Yuno finally gets the full power up, because last time we saw Yuno do the spirit drive, it was only half. Now we have the full spirit dive. So I think that's really, really cool.
I also agree that it's cool. I'm like, I mean, they've been storing mana for this. They've been waiting. This is kind of like him saying, hey, all right, I figured out how to use this spirit to its full potential, which I'm like, okay, first of all, that's wild. Just keeps surpassing his limits, I guess. But I will say, this is probably one of the cooler transformations we've gotten. I think personally, and of course it's but that just means that Astus is going to be like 6 times better. So at least this is what I'm hoping for.
But that's how it is.
That double union.
But that's how it is for most dual type of MC, like Vegeta and Goku, Naruto, Sasuke. The MC Goku Naruto always gets the more extra power up, but then the side character, the father, aka Vegeta, the Sasuke, gets the cool part, but then gets beat up right there after the next match or so. So like, hopefully Yuno doesn't become like that. Like, it's cool we see him, the spirit of Boreas. Alright, cool, but is it gonna do much against Dante right now? Sorry, not Dante. Our boy Xeno, is that going to do much damage for it? So that's the curious question. Is that going to do any...
I mean, he says a line. He says, wow, he can actually use mana inside my absolute space. It isn't under my control. And he's like, oh, he's taking it over. He's like, actually, no, that's not what's happening. He's simply beloved by mana.
Mm-hmm.
That's OP as hell. So it's like, to break it down, it's like, oh, Yuno's essentially what the Spirit Bomb is in Dragon Ball Z, but all the time.
Pretty much.
Wow.
It's really cool. Like, I wonder like where his level of power is right now with this full like spirit drive. Like, is this like on the level with a Magic Knight captain? Like do you think he could take vengeance at this point? Like, I don't know. Like, his world magic.
I don't think so. Because
I don't think so.
Because Van just has skills and years of experience with learning with his Grimoire. Yuno still needs to master, and also
so like while Yuno is mega powerful right now, I don't think he can take.
And plus,
he might be able to take some of those captains like Jack. Well, actually, probably not. Well, no, Jack I think will beat him still. So
true, but the thing is, we also need to see, because Yuno will surpass our boy Vengeance because he has a spirit. But he needs to first master more, learn more, and then have other moments saying, beloved by Mana. So stuff like that he needs to happen more.
So I guess the one thing I want to know about Yuno, this isn't even about the chapter, is what is Yuno without this spirit? It's like all his power-ups have been based on this spirit. Like what happens if he loses this spirit? Like essentially Yuno has to keep this spirit or become one with this spirit or something like that. Because if he loses, like Yuno's kind of whack without the spirit. I'm gonna be very honest.
Yeah, I mean he's pretty powerful for sure, but definitely not as powerful without the wind spirit.
Yeah, so I hope it's not. I hope that we don't get to the point where like they take the spirits away, because I don't need another Yuno training arc. I mean, which we have never gotten, but still, I don't know. I'm like, what's the next step for Yuno? I guess my question is like, what's his next limit to surpass?
But hopefully we see more
magic.
But hopefully we see more of the wind magic as well, because we see more spirit magic more than wind.
I mean, well, this is like a combination of the two.
Both.
I feel like we've seen a lot. I think we've seen a lot of wind magic, and they kind of in the chapter we're going to get to that just came out. They're like, oh yeah, that's his magic, So which we found out he inherited from. We'll get to that point, but still,
yeah.
I don't know. When manga and anime do this thing, it's like, yes, the heroes have powered up and they have surpassed what they thought of the villains before. So basically, the base level that they fought the villain at last time, they've surpassed that. But guess what? The villain has surpassed what they were the last time they met them. So, I mean, it was really cool to see them kind of team up and actually do damage, like right out the gate. I love to see that. But we all know that they're gonna get slapped.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't Xeno's other magic ability spatial magic?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay. Bone and spatial.
So obviously his bones don't have any effect on Yuno's wind magic.
Right.
How will he use his spatial magic to hold up against Yuno? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I mean, but he also has another spatial mage that to like cancel out his spatial magic. So how does he go about that?
True. Yeah.
So that'll be an interesting fight unless it's over. So I mean, well, we know what's going to happen. His demon's going to show up, or there's going to be a demon that goes there, and they'll have to fight that demon in tandem with him. What I'm hoping happens is that these demons like eat these people and like completely possess them to become whole.
Well,
I would love that.
With what happened in chapter 279, the fight between all this just got disrupted. So, but it's just not gonna be nice for anybody. But before we jump to 277 is the next chapter. We see Captain of the Blue Rose Knights, and we see Charlotte. Love her evolution.
So this is actually probably my favorite chapter of this bunch.
Really?
Is about Charlotte. Yeah.
For me, it's my number 2. Really?
I mean, like, I love the one that we just got, but like Charlotte and learning why Charlotte's doing what she is and how she got her magic and how it works. It just, I don't know, it just made more sense than everything else. If that, like, honestly, I loved it. And it made me like Charlotte even more. Like, I liked Charlotte before, but I really didn't have much tangible reason why. But it's like this, I'm like, that's badass. And I love that. So I'm like, this is, I don't know, I loved learning this about her character, and like her transformation is sick. It's so good.
Amazing.
It looks so good. So I'll take that back. Actually, like I thought I liked Yuno's, but hers is just better.
Oh, like Charlotte's is a lot better.
So good. It's so good.
But we act like her training, saying that she read more the rules magic. She also improved about her curse magic, and she understood her curse magic as well, because she also talked to Dorothy like, hey, she has an understanding, and Dorothy said the true and origin of all curse magic comes from Magicula, and that's the one where you got it, and also the whole curse family of the whole Adams family and everything. This is all connected because of Magicula herself.
Which I do love that. Like I feel like, and this is not me ragging on top of that at all, but I feel like this is his first like true like world connection that we saw come full circle. With the curse magic. Like, and I really, really, really like that. Because he took something finally, he was like, all right, this is why this makes sense, and this is where it comes from. And that's why I think I really like this chapter the most of what we've gotten recently. It just it gave us so much it does that thing that I tell you that I love all the time. It gave me the story, and it gave me the action. I love that. I love that.
And I like what Real said himself. Like Real said that wait, you became a captain without even trying to access your full abilities. So that's also a nice compliment, because it shows that she was not even at full potential, but she still became a captain with all that struggle even.
agree. What Al just said in chat, I love that she was like, "I'm gonna use your magic to beat you," essentially.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, that's the kind of stuff I like." I'm like, "This is the Black Clover that I love right here." It's like, you know what? Yeah, no, you thought that you were gonna like use this to keep me down. Actually, no, I learned how to use it to beat you. Here we go. Like that's truly surpassing your limits. If you
exactly, I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, sorry.
But it's also beautiful and very symbolic how she calls it the Blue Rose Paradise, because she also is accepting her true curse. Because when you have a power of, if people know about flowers, blue and red rose are the opposite of each other, and it's very beautiful and very symbolic of how she has that as about the name of her attacks, but it's how her whole freaking outfit looks, which I give props to her outfit. It looks amazing.
It looks
I love her transformation.
Love this outfit. It's sick. I like it.
The
But
design is amazing.
But I will say, so like if you've ever heard the metal song, I don't know if anybody's into metal, but like there's Killswitch Engage has the song "This Is My Curse." This is her power, you know.
Yes.
And it's like it's so good.
Yeah.
Oh, I can. Oh, if somebody don't make an AMV to "This Is My Curse" when this happens in the anime, I'm gonna be real mad.
You could just text me and remind me, and I could do it for you.
Right?
Okay, cool. Because I need that. Ooh wee.
Yeah, Killswitch Engage is actually one of my favorite metal bands. Like
I knew that we were brothers from the moment we met. Because Howard Jones is my dude. So
Right?
yes. There you go.
But I
You'll
digress.
get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
But I love the part of how like we were already talking about how she's able to use this curse against them, using her thorns, using the roses to absorb the curse magic. Like that's so cool. So it doesn't matter what Vonica throws at her, she'll be able to turn it on its head, and that's exactly what we needed.
And I love that because plants work like that. Like it's absorbing a toxin and you're like using it to its benefit.
Yes.
It's evolution.
But the thing is, right? Vonica is an extremely powerful mage.
Very.
And I want to see how she can counteract this, because I know she will.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm like, is she gonna make like a new type of magic like right here?
Right?
Because
like she's gonna create like some different type
well,
of
I mean, because the
something.
devils have a whole different hierarchy of magic that we still don't know about.
And then we just found out in this current chapter, like, wait, this is the hierarchy came out? Like, in their designs, but we will get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Sorry, we'll get there but everything like leads up to that, and it makes sense. So,
but also, I love that panel of the last page saying, "Die without getting a wish. That's my punishment for you." Like that whole blackness and her in a bowl, just beautiful similar. Like and her outfit
is that colored somewhere? Somebody has to have colored that somewhere.
They must have been already.
So.
Yeah, because it's been like 3 weeks or a month by now. So yeah,
I need to see that. I want that as a wallpaper, real bad.
Yeah.
All right, internet, do your thing.
if you guys in the chat or guys in the comments, if you guys have seen just an image, just go tag us on Twitter because we would love to see it if we have time to go find it. But I'm really loving this combination. But now let's talk about 278, our least favorite chapter. Not because we don't like Jack.
I love the cover. I love the cover of that one. It was lit. So
which one? Of 277 or
278? You know, Monica on the front. Oh yeah.
She looks. It's very intriguing. They're just Dante and Zeno just there in blood. And
I don't care. I was looking at Monica. I wasn't looking at them. Just saying. But yeah, so the reason why I say that 278 is my least favorite is because it was the one that was the most out of place, and not the battle, but the characterization.
Like people have just said we enjoy Jack here. We love Jack. We love the whole confrontation and the rivalry between Jack and Yami. But the placement of Jack saying that, hey, my father died. He was always saying, oh, I like how you got your powers to cut anything. You could be a great hunter. Like that moment is good, but to have it in this far out of place, and I agree with what James and Ray said, because there's something that it doesn't feel right in this battle.
It's just because he has no stakes in this fight based on that backstory. And plus it's just a hey, be better.
Yeah, and plus not even felt disappointed. Like, wait, I thought you were all better. Like you was all talk, but you can't even walk your talk. Like it just felt like disappointed, even coming from Nock. Like I thought you were done better, or just kind of some hype moment, but it was like more disappointment.
I feel like against any of the other demons, this might have been better, but against Dante, I'm like, so you have no connection to Dante whatsoever.
Yeah.
And then I think if the background with him like being friends with Yami and stuff like, okay, yeah, we needed that. before this.
Yeah, I feel like his backstory should have shown up in the fillers stuff.
I agree.
I feel like it would have fit better because once we get to this point, it's like, okay, cool. Now I fully understand the friendship between Yami and Jack, and now I care. You know what I mean? Instead of throwing it in right now.
But the question, like, wouldn't it be better if we see a flashback of him and Yami now about his father, like, want to cut anything, like? Wouldn't it be better to have seen a flashback of Yami himself? Because Dante remember like, oh, I remember cutting down one of those captains, Yami, like, I thought he wouldn't entertain me, but look, I captured him. But then wouldn't it be like Jack seeing a flashback like, oh, I remember when I met Yami, cool dude, but I fought him, but he was always good rivalry. Like, wouldn't that been a better flashback?
Well, see, I think it was more about Jack literally surpassing his limits with his magic, because his magic was shown to be ineffective completely at this point, and they were like, it's basically meant to show no, his magic can cut anything, which is like that was the point. And I'm like, I get it and I appreciate it. I really did. Like we said, it's not bad. It's just I think the placement and the timing was weird. It's just we never had really gotten the backstory of Jack's magic, and he hadn't really got a power up or an explanation as to why. So now we know he can cut anything, which potentially does give him the ability to be super OP.
Yeah,
like go ahead. Sorry,
no, you're good. This is one of the reasons why I think Black Clover has some of like the best like magic systems out there, because there's always ways to improve what their magic can do. Like Jack's magic can cut through literally anything. Well, what does that mean? It can cut through gravity magic.
Yes, it can cut through gravity.
Exactly. So it's like, that's so cool, and something that I've never seen with any other like.
Exactly. I had not considered that. It was cool as shit, but then it was like, oh shit, that came out of nowhere.
Yeah. And then the other problem is the chapter just ends after that too.
Yeah.
So it's just like, all right, like, cool. Well, I need more now.
Yeah, it's like, well, and I'm not gonna give you any more explanation. Bye. But no, I love Jack. Jack's great. But can we talk about the Gundam that showed up in this fight?
Yeah, right.
That felt out of place, but it's like, how many, like, we were right when we reviewed this back in like 262 or 263 about Nak when he fought our boy Asta, and when he kept transforming with other type of figures of his demons. We knew that he had other different transformation, but from seeing this chapter 278 and 279, it proves that he literally can transform at will and at seconds, because once he went from his hard form, he went to his quick sight form. So it shows that he knows how to transform quick because he has years of experience.
Do we remember how many transformations he has?
Well, he has 4 hosts, meaning he has 4 pets. I don't know how many he
leave
has.
One with Asta?
Yes, he left one with Asta. So he probably has 3. And one of the small ones, I'm not sure if it's a deer or the dog, but one of them goes from each battle, because if you look at the next chapter,
I saw that. Yeah. I think it's present in all those fights, and it's giving him information simultaneously.
Yeah, because in the next chapter 29, he was talking to him in the ear, telling him like, okay, so this is what's going on with each battle is going on. So Nak is knowing how to tackle each thing going on.
So I'm like, okay, that's like, Nox is still a very curious character to me, like for real.
And I love that.
I do love that, and I love how like versatile he is. Like Nox is actually like, in like a normal. This is why I can see why they sent him by himself to the Space Kingdom, because he literally could handle his own against any type of enemy. Straight up, he goes toe to toe with Dante. He's like, I can't hurt him, but he can't hurt me neither. So I'm like, that's ridiculous, and I love it.
But it shows that he knows how to have great defense, great offense, but I don't think he knows how to have both in between, since he said that he cannot hurt Dante, but he could defend him.
Just wait for him to surpass his limits, bro. He's gonna be like, he's gonna do the Endeavor thing. I hate this saying.
People like, I hate this, but sure, why not? I gotta surpass my limits. Boom.
I can't wait. It's gonna be so good.
It's gonna be epic.
It's gonna be so good. But which one of Nox's transformation is my favorite so far?
It's
the one we just saw in the most recent chapter
Same.
that we're about to talk about. That's my favorite one. It is the coolest looking one.
It looks like it's built for like speed agility. I can't wait.
I always love those transformations. I love speed transformations because like it simplifies a character in like the coolest ways. Like straight up. I love it.
But like, it's great to see great defense, but it's like the most type of armor ones and everything. It's cool for some type of toy figures. But when you want to see action, movement, you want to see those speed type of and some type of agility. Like you want to see quick movement and everything, and that's more entertaining in that type of aspect.
Yeah, I mean, Noctis kind of like the Liger Zero if you think about it. With his different armors.
It didn't bug me because he's not fighting alone, right? Like someone has to be the main defense, and I think this mode is like the perfect form of defense, so that someone else can do the offense.
Exactly, which
I like.
Yeah,
yeah. Noctis is such a tactical thinker, and I can't wait to
he's
find
the
out more
tactician
about
of
him.
this whole thing, and I'm worried that if he gets knocked out, they're effed, and that's when Austin's gonna have to show up
because it kind of reminds me of like a D&D, like where you have a shield and that person, you have defend and then Jack goes attack and then defend, Jack goes attack. So it kind of reminds me of kind of repeat, rinse. So it kind of reminds me of that type of style.
It's a smart play.
It's a smart play for that. So now let's get to chapter 279. The sauce of the beginning with our girl Marilona having her boobs out and with the jacket and everything.
No, she's just on fire and they're huge.
She is the goat, man. She's the goat.
But it's just literally that panel. It's just literally having let's play.
Follows any of our content or follow any of my stuff, y'all know I am a Leona stan. I love this character so the first time I was introduced, I was like, yep, I love that's mine. I love her. She's good.
Call dips like me. Yeah, I call dips here since all three of us.
No,
here
I didn't. I called that months ago.
Yeah, I was
bro.
gonna say like Ray called dibs like so long ago.
So long ago. Don't even try it.
I only remember because he beat me to it, and I was beyond pissed off.
He was very upset. I remember. Yeah.
All right,
but she beat an ancient demon.
And she laughed at it. And she laughed and said, "Hey, is that all you got?" I'm like,
so I'm waiting for the boss fight part 2, or it gets up because of course that's gonna happen with the roots going everywhere.
I can't wait for her to fight one of the devils in the underworld, one of the more powerful ones on like the lower levels.
Because we haven't seen Leona like struggle yet. We've seen her really. We've seen her like in tight situations. We've never seen her struggle, and I feel like that's fine. But also like I want her to like have to surpass her limits, which is ridiculous.
Yes, right, dude. Ray, I want you to watch the filler stuff so bad because there's a fight between Leona and Yami.
Oh yeah, that was
awesome.
Good. That one was good.
Awesome.
I think that's
shows you.
That's like episode 152, 153. So it has to do an episode.
I'll even watch the intro just for y'all.
Thank you, dude. The opening song is actually really dope, by the way. But I love that fight because it's like Yami is pushing himself way beyond his limits, and Leona is only getting warmed up. She's like, all right, like, I'm ready to fight now. And Yami was like, all right, I'm good.
He's like, I'm tired.
That's enough for today.
Oh, I love it. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm going to have to do that. But no, so this is my second favorite chapter currently. Mostly because, again, he did the thing I like, story plus action. It's great because we learn a little bit more about the teams that are showing up and the people that are there. And they kind of confirm that is like the king of the Space Kingdom.
Yeah, because in the next chapter we have here the guy that was serving the royal family. I think he was like the servant, or he was one of the people that was watching over Yuna. He said, Master Yuna has become a skilled wind mage. In appearance, he's the very image of Lady Cecile and has the loyal Lois' strong heart. And then the guy says, wind magic, I see. So I think that makes sense. Like, if you have, in my hero verse, when you have quirks and everything, that same quirks go down to your kids. So I assume, I don't know if you guys will agree too, that we assume either the father or the mom had wind magic. That's why he was shocked that, wind magic, that means he had it from his parents.
Yeah, I assume that because, I mean, the Vermilion family all have
fire
types. So it's like... I saw that coming, but I mean, like,
we look at Noelle's family too. Very, very similar.
Like water, sometimes mercury and everything, ice and everything involved. In the water type, mercury, solid and everything, so it kind of involves around it. But
it's a liquid.
But it made total sense with that going on with him having wind magic. So they got back their king or prince.
So I was laughing when you were saying that because I realized that I was like, that son of a bitch came the wizard. He is the wizard king, just not of
now of the Clover Kingdom. Yeah, like
he is a wizard king technically
from birth, right?
of the Spade Kingdom. He's just not the way he anticipated. But I'm sure he's gonna be like, no, I want to be the real Wizard King. But he'll probably have to. So like, I'm sure that's what it's going. The conversation gonna be. He's like, no, I don't want to be your king. I want to be the real Wizard King.
I'm like, boy, you're still a Wizard King of some country, just Spade, not Clover.
Exactly.
And technically, if you think about it, of the House of Cards, Spade is stronger than Clover.
I just think it would mean more to him to be the Wizard King of the Clover Kingdom because everyone looks down upon him and everyone else like him. Man, there's so much that I want to learn about Yuno and his family.
Same.
Asta too, like I need to know more about his lineage in the Spade Kingdom.
I want to know more about his mom.
We still got no confirmation about his mom, if that is really his mom. Like, we all have theories, like, hey, you know, she takes magic and everything. Like,
that's his mama.
I mean, yeah, that's his mama.
No, we know, but Tapata needs to be like, yo, mom, all right, cool, thank you. So, like, he just needs to prove that aspect for us.
That's his mama. I will hear no other answers.
But
unless they're like, oh, it's his auntie. Yeah, no.
I love what Mercenary brings up. The fact that all of the knowledge that Morris has, like, could he be the true big bad?
That makes him the current big bad.
So that's what I was gonna bring up in the next, because we have the roots coming out of the whole place, and they said, what's going on here? Wait, it's a Quillif. And we were totally wrong. We said maybe the Quillif might be interrupted. No, not interrupted, because this was a theory back like 4 or 5 videos ago where he said it might be interrupted by somebody Asta might come in. It actually got sped up.
Well, yeah, because I mean, I feel like he kind of had to. He saw this coming. He was like, I want it to happen faster than it's actually happening. And so, what I'm hoping happens with this character is that he survives this encounter.
I hope so.
And he takes the knowledge he has of some other crazy thing that exists out there and tries that next. Because that would just make sense with him having all that knowledge. It'd be stupid for him to die here. So I'm like, because he like, this plan fails, but he can go do a different plan somewhere else with all the knowledge he has of all the kingdoms, because they all got dirty laundry, all of them.
Yeah, because go ahead. Because we still haven't seen the other races, the dwarves, like the other people races we haven't seen, and how the dwarves can be connected. And we know in the mythos, the dwarves are known to make great weapons. Maybe he might also go to them like, hey, I'm gonna need a weapon, and try to control them. I mean, he might bring some devils with him.
He just finds them. They're like probably hidden all over the world. Yeah, and he goes to find them. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, and we all know that Asta can take weapons, so that could be a part of that as well. Which will be really freaking cool, by the way. If Asta can get different magic through means of different weapons.
And plus, Charmy has to go with them as well, because Charmy is a dwarf as well. Or, you know, half
Charmy. But I still want like our spirit arc where we learn more about the spirits, and like with the Biju, they're taken away, and you know, we have to learn about it. I want that. I want that real bad.
Because we've only seen 3 out of the 4 spirits, right?
I think so.
Yeah, because there's no way there's such only 4 spirits, like, you know, fire, water, and air. There has to be more spirits.
Earth type, water. Yeah.
Charmy is what I assume, because dwarves are supposed to be most connected to Earth, and that's why I think would be an interesting character.
That'd be cool. Like I said, I just want more spirit stuff. But chat's hilarious because they're like, yeah, the Doc Trap. They're like, bro, we were the decoys. Yeah, you were. Y'all just needed to go buy me some time while I actually got the real bad guys out. Which now we could talk about it. The devils that came out of nowhere.
Yo.
I'm worried, okay? Because look, we saw how that one demon gave the entire Clover Kingdom the hands. One demon, and now we got 2 higher level demons.
And that demon had no Grimoire, and he kept saying like, I need a Grimoire to access and everything. These 2, they have to be twins, because this one, they look like twins. You know, with their wings and everything.
Bro, what I'm saying is they in trouble. Like big trouble. So I was like, this one of the things where I'm like, hey, who finna die? Somebody finna die.
Because they threw Jack and knock back.
Oh, easy.
Yeah. And
this is what I'm saying. That word demon gave them so much trouble. And
to every captain.
And it was just like a normal demon, is what
Can you imagine if he actually got to a Grimoire?
I know, it would have been insane. So this is why I'm worried, because we know the power of these demons is ridiculous. So yeah, they gonna need some help.
I just hope,
bro.
I just hope we get some actual language, because last time with the word demon, he just kept screaming insane words, and I'm like, can we get some actual vocabulary that I can understand what's going on here? Because these two are actually speaking. One said I miss, one said I hit. Right now, all it's fun, isn't it? Yes, it's so fun. They're gonna cause havoc, they're gonna cause destruction, because they are gonna have fun.
So hey, Al, I like that comment. Some people think they're fallen angels based on their designs. Guess what?
I was gonna say
Demons
that.
are fallen angels.
I was gonna bring that up just now. Because if you look at their wings are also known to be like archangels, fallen angels, and some devils in some stories and some mythos are fallen angels, like
Fallen
Lucifer,
angels.
Michelangelo, those
So
people.
yeah, that's why they really screwed, because they are high-ranking demons.
and high-ranking archangels,
How
fallen
high
angels
do
are
we
the
know?
most
though?
powerful.
I don't know. I need Quilov to come out though. Like this needs to happen. I need the big demon, the big bad demon to come out. Like I got to see how they would, like, even just like an avatar of that demon. I need him to come out. Like even if all the other demons, like, oh, by our powers combined, we turned into. I need that to happen.
So what I'm curious about is that how does Nock know that they're the devils of the highest order? How does Nock know that?
He's got demon knowledge. I'm sure he's been studying this.
But there's my theory is that if he has been to the Spit Kingdom so casually, if he has 4 hostess, imagine if he has entered to the devil's underworld actually.
Potentially,
but I think he just has that knowledge from his devils. I mean, that's where they came from, so they would know. You know what I mean?
That is true, because in the nice, beautiful double sprite that we got in page 14, 15, one of his devil's hosts is right there looking at them. So maybe he said like, yo, we need to run. Like saying that, hey, those are one of the highest orders.
That's a good question. Mercenaries that is more potentially from a different kingdom. No, he's I think he's just from the Diamond Kingdom.
Yeah,
well, that's just where he's from.
We don't know, because he could be from the Diamond Kingdom, but we don't know if that's his originally from.
So, question though, would it make sense for him to be from anywhere else?
It depends if it's going to connect to like a grander story. Who knows? But at the moment, that's what we know.
If they plan to expand Black Clover outside of the 4 kingdoms that we've already seen, I think Morris would be a great character to do that with.
Potentially, but my thought is that it really doesn't make enough sense for him to be the one from outside. Rather than like, yeah, he's just somebody that kicked out of the Diamond Kingdom, but we find out that the Diamond Kingdom wasn't always the Diamond Kingdom, if that makes sense. Like they're people from a different place.
Okay.
Is what I would hope personally.
Interesting theory. What I'll say. Do you think that Morris has Lucifer inside him without
Lucifer? Oh, you think he has Luciferio? Oh,
that would be interesting.
They did not tell us who his devil host is.
Yeah.
So
And what's pretty interesting is that all these marks, these type of marks that Morris has, he said the abilities of a devil host through the magic power of my magic and everything made it possible to extract. Also, is what he said, to extract the Laura Pachica wisdom. So she's also alive. Maybe because he just used her body, her soul to speed up this.
Well, I mean, he took her knowledge, and she had
knowledge.
all the knowledge of all the other previous queens, which was a lot.
A lot.
That is very true. So that gives a lot of opportunity. But the tattoo mark that he has on his head, is the same one, just like Dante. So does this connect also to Dante's devil? What does that connect?
No,
as well?
I just think that I mean, they all have a similar tattoo.
Yeah,
all of them. So I mean, I think it's just they are from a similar line of devil potentially. They're like all related. Is what I'm thinking. But these designs of these new devils are completely different, which means. Ooh. Like, oh boy, they just look menacing. Like they,
oh hell yeah, the designs.
They look like they are about to. We're about to have a bad time.
These are my favorite designs, and these are full demons without no host to actually be in, like no grim or nothing.
Well, I mean, with the door open, they were the first to come through.
I'm actually surprised that we saw devils like this early, because Noct is saying these are devils of the highest order. Exactly. So it's like, are the higher level demons on like the higher levels on
at the gate?
That's what I'm thinking. I feel like they were waiting to come out.
So that's the thing, right? So where's Lucifero?
I think he has to like
climb or something.
Like I feel like, because remember if I remember correctly, like Lucifero didn't really have like his own body, and was just taking the bodies of different demons.
I think you're right.
Is that true? Like, chat and correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't really remember. I just remember him having like he tried to take over the demon in Asta's body, which I don't remember his name now. And then she kept that from happening.
Olivia.
So I maybe.
Yeah.
What do you
these
think
are all
Morris
things
meant
that I
to-
really want to know.
I mean, this is what I love about Black Clover. There's so much potential for so much story, so much. So, and I feel like we're gonna get it. I feel like
And-
Tabata's like, all right, time for me to nook up. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Everybody
what
else is in
hope.
their bag and shoulder jump right now. Time for me to get mine.
That's
You know,
what hope we get.
He's in there with with Oda, with with JJK, with My Hero. It's like, hey, people love my shit too. It's time for me to get in there and flex a little bit.
Yeah,
That's what-
this is a huge turning point for Black Clover. Like something huge has to happen after this arc, or else I think people will fall off. Like because we're getting into the literal devil right now. We're opening up the underworld. What do you do after this? So that's what I'm really curious about.
Same.
James and Ray, you guys said it perfectly because this is how I felt for this chapter. This chapter had character moments, had comedy, but story progression. The past couple of chapters just had hype moments and a transformation moment. That's it.
I
Like
mean,
those
so
cool, like those are
all
needed.
action stories. But
Yeah,
I feel
like-
like Tabata does that because he I feel like, as we've seen, he likes doing that. That's what
He
he
does.
enjoys.
But
I ain't
for
mad
me,
about it.
yeah, me too. Like there are fans that love that, but
Mhm.
me, Ray and Jess, like we want story. Like we want to see like the more
I need both of
expanded
them.
characters.
I
Yeah,
need
like
both of them.
and when we get in chapters like this where we get nice double spreads, where we get nice story, we say interesting character about Morris. These big revelations are things that we want to see. Where Morris is actually blind. But he's actually has a devil hose. He's actually from the Diamond Kingdom, but he's actually a devil scholar. Where he just unlocked the whole Quillif. We said that we needed 2 days, but it became from having 2 hours. Like whoa, that's insane.
And I like that. I don't mind it at all. Like speeding up the timeline will force Asta to have to do what he needs to do to show
I
up.
was so happy that this happened because I did not want them to be like, oh yeah, we're gonna stop them from open. No, and we've been saying this since the start. I needed this gate to open.
It needed to open.
For the story to be as interesting as it could be. I needed this to happen. So thank you, Tabata, for like literally accelerating your own story.
So
like, thank you so much.
So, question to you guys: where do we go after this chapter? Because I'm literally drawing blank. Like I don't know where to
The
go.
demons start beating everybody's ass.
Yeah.
All right. Other
I'm
than them
with Ray.
being whipped, be like pa pa pa. But
They
like,
literally just start beating everybody's ass. That's what's about to happen.
This is the moment where all the heroes get their asses kicked, and I want to see a bunch of devils coming out of the underworld because I want the other magic knights that didn't go on this trip to have to be involved to save their different kingdoms. So I feel like this is the perfect moment to expand.
So you remember that point in Seven Deadly Sins where they all get out and they go do their own random shit?
yeah,
I'm hoping that happens here.
I hope that too. That would be nice to see all these devils like, hey, let's stretch our legs. It's been a long time.
It's been a long time. We're not just gonna fight here. Hell no, I'm about to go do some other stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
So I would like that because, but they're the only person that's not gonna get probably the ass kick is Knock because Knock is the one that is what the devil said I missed.
So
but
I
the
hate
devil
to
on the
say
right
it,
side, Jack
but
got smacked down.
Noct is about to get kited, bro. You wouldn't know what that means, Miguel.
God, I hope not.
I think so,
hope not,
James.
bro.
It meant because
Oh,
I felt
no.
I didn't see that happening in the kite either.
You're breaking my heart, man.
I'm
You're
sorry, but we've seen him take influences from that before.
Mhm.
I really think that's what's he about to get kited.
That would be crazy impactful, though.
It would be.
Oh,
what I'm saying.
man. Because I mean, dude, because do we need Noct going forward?
No,
You know what I mean? Like, do we actually like need him?
no.
All right, so the chat said, "Do we maybe next chapter we might see Noel and the other elves with the ultimate magic?" I'm like, I don't even think they
hope
could do
so.
anything. Like,
Thank God.
I
I'm like,
hope.
yeah. When do they have their Avengers moment on your left? When does that show up?
Yeah.
yeah,
does that happen?
It's like if they show up, what can they
'Cause
do to the two demons at the highest order? What
we
can they do?
need that. We need that spread with Asta, Noel, and and all in their new forms. We
Mhm.
need that. We need that.
That would
fighting
be
next to each other.
amazing. Dude,
We haven't had
Noelle
that
has
spread
to
in
be
a
the
long
one-
time.
Noel has
No.
to be the one that defeats Vonica.
So like
I
Noel
want her to
is
be the one.
what I always want. Like, don't get me wrong. So I know people hate on Sakura. Sakura was, a badass in her own right. She's never got too many moments to shine. Noelle is what I always wanted Sakura to be.
Yes. Yes.
And fighting side by side by her teammates in her ultimate form is going to look nuts. Can't wait. Do you think Mars will show up?
Yes.
Yes, he
You
has to
think
because
so?
remember the Diamond Kingdom got wrecked by Dante,
That's
Mhm.
true.
or was one of the others.
One of
So
them, yeah.
One of them,
Mars.
yeah.
Mars has to do something because he literally got his whole kingdom destroyed. And when he was supposed to go back after he met with Asta back in the Witch Forest arc, Mars went over there, and then he was like, "All right, cool. I'm gonna rebuild the kingdom. I'm gonna have no more experiments from kids and everything. All right, cool." And then he gets his whole kingdom wrecked. He wants to get paid back, of course, to the Space Kingdom. He needs to, and he
1000%.
yeah, that's is going to be possible. Can Mars do anything against this high level order? Who the hell knows?
I mean, it's been a really, really long time. And dude, you have to remember, he gave Yuno and Asta the work, bro.
Oh yeah.
The last time. So it's like
yeah.
it's been a really long time since then. So I definitely think Mars will hold his own. I can't wait for him to show up. The question for me is like, who is he going to go after?
That is a good question.
Like, which one would be the good match for him is what I want to know.
And last question to this. Do you think, so right now, Dante is just there. He did not know this was going to happen. Do you think Dante, Megicula, and Brazino, do you think they're going to go with these high level order? Like, they're going to probably be the ones in charge? Like, hey, you guys now follow us? Or do you think they're going to go against them?
So do you remember that theory that I had that when the gate opened, the devil would completely possess those people?
Mm-hmm. That's what I hope happens.
Most
those
likely
devils completely take over.
Mm-hmm. That's what I really, really hope happens. I hope that their consciousness is completely erased and their devils completely take them over.
They completely take over the host. I think so.
I hope so, because that would be something like that we wanted, because they said that it's only 80% that they could do, but now with the gate being open, now they could do 100%, and that shit, all right, there's my body now, bitch. All right, so now stay inside the mind.
I bet it's going to be that this was the pact, essentially.
Yeah, like, this was the deal.
This is the deal.
It's like, you wanted ultimate power? Good, I'll give it to you, but your body's mine.
But yeah, body's mine. But here I go. That's what I think anyway. I would love to see that personally, so we can get more demon characterization. I don't care about them no more. Give me the demons.
Yeah, because I love to see actually Dante's demon, which I forgot his name. I think it was set to be Lucifero. And Blazino, that demon I forgot what it was. But Megicula, I want to see when she pops out fully now, being instead of 80% fully out. I wonder how she's gonna react now. I wonder how she's gonna be like, girl, you are too trouble. You love to do things your own way. Now it's my turn. I will do things my way.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of potential. Like, that's the thing, right? There's so much setup that I feel like I'm just antsy for answers.
Same.
So what comes next.
What you just said, Miguel, gave me an idea. It's like, so Megicula's gonna be like, oh, so you thought you knew what curses were? That was just a piece of what curses were.
Now, and now Hershey can say, beware my wrath, like actually my full power, my full potential of curses. But then imagine if the Addams family of Gordon's family, imagine if they get connected to it. Because remember how the grandma said that they follow Megicula, and now what happened is she's fully awakened. Imagine if Gordon's family has betrayed the Clover Kingdom.
I mean, what if one of them was a host of her as well this entire time?
That would be crazy.
I don't know. They've never told us how many hosts a demon could have.
That is true.
That's true.
That is possible, definitely, for sure. Wow. We have many there's this chapter of the past 4 of where we could go with 280.
Is Jack forward down for good? I don't think so.
Nah, he has a long way to go.
I feel like he still has a little bit more fight left in him. For sure. Especially with him just getting his power up, for him to get slapped down immediately, that'd be dirty.
Oh yeah, because he got wrecked to the wall.
Really want to do that.
Yeah, because he got wrecked to the wall and everything. So
I mean, he got at least 3 more chapters in him.
I don't know. I also feel like if you're gonna kill off Jack, that there would be at least a hint of someone else that could potentially take over as captain, and I could just be reading into that. But I don't feel like Jack's done.
Same here. I hope there's one for Jack, and also I'm curious to know what Naza and plus Marilona and them are doing. Like, how is she gonna jump in with all the storyline that with what's going on outside? Because she probably feels the immense pressure. She's like, oh, 2 devils of the highest order. You know what? That'll be fun to fight. I'm gonna go over there. She's probably will go into something like that.
I don't know, because that means something's going to have to happen outside there to keep her out there. Because we all know that, like, she's strong as hell. So it's like something that demon's going to get a power up, or something's going to possess its body, and she's going to have to fight it. You know what I'm saying? because ain't no way they're just like, yeah, let's bring Marileona inside and complicate things even further.
Yeah.
Nah. Something's
Like,
gonna happen that's
want-
gonna keep her from getting in.
Yeah, there has to be something to keep her out because she's just so OP, dude.
And I still love her to death.
Do you think Fuego and Lonazo could do something against these two demons? Because
Yes. I'm gonna say yes.
I hope so.
I hope so. Like them working together is gonna be sick.
that's what I'm
Can't
hoping
wait to
for.
see that animated.
That's what I'm hoping for. Like actually be against these two type of high order demons. Like I hope they actually do something because they always talk big game. They always the next Wizard King. I talk a big game. Fight against these high order demons. Then do something about it.
Mercenary. Think Seke will get a moment this arc? No.
I was about to say maybe a comedic moment. Oh.
Yeah.
I was dumb. I was dumb mad that he was there in a chapter
We
right there in that panel.
when we saw his face there. It's like, come
I'm
on
like-
here.
I'm like, what the fuck you doing there? Like, no.
So
But-
mild spoiler for the filler arc, Ray. I know you won't care, but they
I don't
made
care.
Seke the exact same rank as Yuno.
Yes.
What?
They did.
The king of the Clover Kingdom made Seke the
A vice
exact same
captain.
rank as Yuno because the king didn't like the fact that a commoner was the exact same rank as a vice captain. So he made Seke the exact same rank. Magic Knight
Vice
what was it?
captain.
It's first class something. It's
Is
Magic
it,
Knight
is,
first
is, it
class.
is it assistant manager to the assistant vice captain?
Wait, but
is that what he gave him? Oh my god!
Pretty much.
Wait, but isn't vice captain of the Golden Dawn?
Yes, but his rank is Magic
like his
Knight
rank, yeah.
first class.
Ah,
Because you
okay,
can
first-
be first class without
Exactly.
being vice captain.
Got it. I know that. I still haven't watched all the fillers, so I'm like, that just shocked me. But
hate
wow.
the king so much, but I think that's the point.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the point. We're supposed to hate him
douchebag.
because I wish he died in that arc. He should have died.
When I
That's-
found out that there was a king separate from
Right.
the Wizard King, I was like, well, what's the point if the king can't defend
But
the
then-
kingdom?
But what I was saying is that, but then it made sense. I was like,
but it's kind of the same thing for us with the president
showing
and
what
Congress.
actual political power is.
Yeah,
versus
like president is the face of figure. The Wizard King. Congress is the actual king.
Okay, fine, I guess.
He's always so confused, like why people respect Julius more than him. Is like, dude, you don't do
'Cause you
anything.
don't do shit. Yeah.
And all he does is
Julius
just
has
sleep with
actually
women.
Defended the kingdom, like.
Because all he does is just sleep with women over there. I'm like, that's why nobody likes you, my guy. All you do is just nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, I mean, Seke doesn't deserve to breathe the same air as straight up. Oh man,
That's the sad truth. But
It'd
who's
be like
exciting?
that sometimes, I guess.
So, to add to our theory about the two demons of the High Order and what they're going to do with others, Sally and Hades is there. Hades is, remember, he can control people that died that are around there. We're in Spade Kingdom. Remember Hades back in the beginning of the series? He brought people back to life.
that was a hell of a long time ago.
Okay. Yeah. Remember he had a one-page grimoire, like a one page where he could only do one thing and just bring back people to life.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
right.
he's there in that panel with
Is
our boy Second right there. Yeah, he's right there.
Huh.
So, and we also got Sally there. So Sally also knows about devil holes and knows about weird experiments. So they could also play a big
That's
play.
true. Okay.
A big
Yeah,
play
yeah,
in
you're
this
right.
as well.
So I think that they go to stop. Those are the ones that get sent to stop the ritual. I think.
Yes, correct.
Yeah,
Because
they-
because
yeah.
because the guy with the hair on the side, he could do the teleportation. So
Yes.
they will be the ones to do over that. So that's what I think. That's my theory for that.
basically, I think Nox sends a devil to say, "Get over here!" while he's like trying to run down there anyway, and they teleport there, and they're the ones that try to stop him, and we find out that's Luciferio. So yeah,
Mercenary, as far as a Magna's power up, I don't know. I really
either.
don't know what it could be, honestly. Like, obviously, he would be able to use the runes finally, and then like use it to like power up. But as far as like what his new like super powerful technique could be, like, I don't know.
Magna's power, I think, is going to be transformation based. We've seen a lot of like transformations in this chapter, so I feel like in these chapters, I mean, it's arcish, what I should say. I think it's a transformation.
But
finally,
what can you do? Because his powers that we have seen is mostly like bats, fireballs, type of stuff. So like, what can you do? Gloves?
his arms, bro. He builds like gauntlets, like Luck, because he's
Yeah.
And the rainbow. So yes, kind of something to kind of compare, something he could do. Yeah, I can see that.
and it looks like copycat. Ha ha ha.
Exactly.
You know to be like
Great
me.
point. That's a great point.
That's interesting theory on that.
So
Yeah, that's
I do
possible.
want to see all the level ups from the Black Bull. Somebody said that earlier in chat, but I also want to see that. Yeah, I want to see that. He's gonna have powerful magic tools. That'd be lit.
I need Gordon to get a huge power up.
I don't know about Gordon. That's the only one I don't know about. Like, what's Gordon gonna do?
I need to see like how.
Wait, Gage, you mean? Gage, you mean?
No, Gordon.
No, Gordon. Our Gordon.
Oh yeah, Gordon with the curse magic, right?
Yeah, curse magic.
Yeah. I want to see what he can do with curse magic.
I'm like, what if he like becomes like an apothecary, like mixologist, and has like poison like grenades? Like, wouldn't that be sick if he just had like a bunch of grenades, like what's her face from Big Hero 6, and could mix a bunch of potions like on the fly and like use them for different stuff, like power, like buffs and stuff. Maybe he becomes a support character. He buffs his friends with poisons.
Maybe, yeah,
that'd be sick.
I'm trying to remember the character name, the one that knows how to transform. Because remember back
knows how to transform.
Yeah, from the Black Bulls, the one that goes to can't remember her name.
Henry? Oh
Gray.
no,
not Henry,
Gray, right?
Great, yes, thank you, great.
Yeah,
so, so I'm curious about her powers because remember back when Yami got taken, and they said that Gray's true power is not really transformation. I'm curious to know: are we gonna give? Is she gonna become an important key?
I hope we do.
Is she gonna become an important key during this arc? That's what I'm curious to know.
I don't want to say key, but I feel like essential.
Yeah, essential. That's what I mean more. Like, is she gonna play some type of role during this arc? Because
absolutely,
hey, you play an Easter egg saying that transformation is not her true power. So is she like Charmy, who has two different types of magic abilities?
Maybe.
Where is what I'm curious to know.
What I'm hoping, and I don't mind if I'm wrong, but what I'm hoping is that her true ability is copy magic. Because I feel like
it makes sense.
when she copies someone's looks, she takes on their confidence. It almost feels like she takes on their memories sometimes. I feel like her plus Ultra moment would be copying these individual people's magical powers.
So on that front, what's Mirror Master's name? Ghosh. Similar to that, like, well, and not just like his powers, but like his moments. Remember how he was kind of pivotal for a lot of battles?
Yes.
I think Gray is going to take that spot in the Black Bulls right now.
I hope so, man.
She's going to be kind of what Gauche was for them for a while, because they used Gauche a lot for a minute there.
They did.
And
they
I feel like
in the first half of the series.
She's about to be the next Gauche, essentially. I think
that'll be interesting to see and kind of develop to see how Gray's powers transform. Because if it becomes the Kyber magic, that's similar to the opponent that our Grimmerlona verse from the Elf arc. Remember? And
yes, I remember that. Yep.
So he knew how to handle that. So if we could get in the Black Bulls side, that would be pretty interesting and very important within the Black Bulls. And plus it makes the Black Bulls more diverse in powers and magic, and also a lot of different races as well.
Man, they're about to be mad. The Black Bulls about to be publicly the best, the best group. It was a secret for a long time, but now they're publicly about to be the best. That's hilarious.
If Gray could transform objects into other objects, why not being able to transform someone else into someone else? That is true.
It's a good point. It opens up the door for.
If she could turn everybody into Asta and they all had anti-magic, that'd be fucking broken.
Why
so broken?
Why don't imagine that happens? Because that'll play. Because you know how Tabata likes to play homage to other shonen series. That's a Naruto thing.
It's a very Naruto thing.
He did the Naruto thing in the Sage War arc. Because you know how Tabata, is all respectable done where he likes to play homage. But it could be done where he literally, hey, ask the anti-magic, Shadow Clone Jutsu, go.
Basically. Oh, no. Tabata, don't do that. Stop listening to the podcast right now. Turn off the podcast right now, Tabata. Don't do this.
That would be a little too OP, but it would be really cool.
It would be super OP.
Like, cool, homage, nice, but like, that's too homage
Tabata,
and playing key by numbers right
there. Please don't.
Oh,
man. That's so good. But no, so I mean, all this to say, I've been having a good time with Black Clover. It's just that we thought that it would be better to like kind of stack them up until we got more substantial stuff to talk about. So I kind of feel like going forward in like with Black Clover, like I kind of like packaging them like this, and we have just a big discussion about all the chapters that we read.
Yeah, it's a lot more fun this way.
Unless something absolutely wild happens, like somebody dies or there's like a significant power up, then we will do a stream like this.
Yeah. So guys, for that, like to add to what Ray was saying, like we will most likely do 2 double chapters, triple chapter, but if a weekly chapter comes out and it's hype, then we will have one out there. Just know that we still read Black Clover, and if you want to hear our thoughts, either Discord or Twitter, that's the best place to ask us. If we don't have a video out that day, we will let you know. No, Black Clover's chapter, we didn't feel like talking about it. We will have it out next week. Unless there's other podcast community that wants to have us as a guest to talk about, we have no problem as well.
If other groups want us to come on their show and talk with Black Clover with them, let us know.
Oh, yeah.
So we out there.
Yeah, so we're all good then?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
All right,
I'm
guys.
just waiting for the next one.
Same here for chapter 280. Finally, 20 chapters away from that 300. So, like, My Hero 2 chapters away from 300. So, we're almost there, close to both steers from there. So,
what do you think? Oh, man, I wish we could keep talking about this for hours, but we got to go.
Yeah, definitely true, because we still got the Jobless and Attack on Titan, and James has to go and do other stuff as well. So, that, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and press the bell notification every time we upload the videos. And see you guys on the next one. Take care.
Peace.